Well, but whatever. Okay, so we're back. Let's see. Let's get this back into this. I'm a robot. I've got a dog. That's all you need to know. Is that all they really need to know? I think so, probably. Yeah. Looks like it's streaming a bit better right now. Yeah, should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. I'm hoping. I've got high hopes, because why not? Why not hope? You know? You ever think that way? You ever think, like, why not hope? Might as well. Doesn't hurt you any to hope. So yeah, I have high hopes that this is going to work beautifully, and this is going to be the last section. So this is going to be a 3-part episode. Like, 2 10-minute parts and then 1, like, hour-long part. Now, actually probably pretty close to the end, honestly. I imagine, like, it's interesting how the other games were these sort of, like, Metroidvania style, feel the edges of the world and get as much as you can. And this was more like just free exploration, trying to find as many power-ups as you possibly can. And then, you know, there's a few different things, like if you can't jump high enough, you can't get to a certain area. If you can't fly high enough, you can't get to a certain area. Stuff like that. But for the most part, it's a lot more just free exploration. Don't even worry about it kind of thing. Right? There hasn't been a lot of gated passages yet. I mean, there was a couple bosses, but those bosses were just kill the boss and you get to the next passage, right? They weren't the same as, you know, find the... Like, the others were kind of, sorry. Even in Robot Wants Fishy, which I know a lot of it was lost, so you might not have seen that episode. There's this thing where there's the teleporter that splits the world up into, like, six different sections, but it's still kind of a linear game, right? You go down the... Each of those paths is pretty much a straight line. Now that said, I did miss a bunch of stuff, so maybe I shouldn't be claiming things that make me look terrible. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. An extra battery? Okay, cool. Oh, let's just see how high I can fly. I guess I think that's part of the game now. Alright, plasma coils. Very good. And I guess I need to just kill things, because it's the best way of getting extra batteries. It's time to... Or actually, dying. Dying is the best way to get extra batteries. Obviously. 11 shots before... Okay. Plate lasts longer. Nice, nice, good, nice. Anyway, as I was saying, this one seems a lot less linear. It's just kind of like, go wander around this world. It'll be great. And I'm like, okay, you say so. So yeah, there's a giant spaceship up there. It's fantastic. I actually didn't mean this giant spaceship. So yeah, Robot wants ice cream, huh? And the ice cream in question, if that made sense, is simply a giant spaceship full of ice cream. It's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, this game just follows a bit of a different pattern. Like, yeah, it's still about collecting power-ups just like the other ones, but... And it's still technically a Metroidvania in that it's just one big world. But I don't know, I feel like it's a bit different, you know? Just in the way that the world is laid out. Oh, that's fascinating stuff. Alright, let's just see what happens if I try and go up in here. Okay, okay, cool, cool. I think I got burnt to death by a giant whatchamacallit, but I got my batteries back, so who cares, right? I don't know if it's time to get up in there, but even if I haven't collected all the power-ups, I'm okay with that. Okay. Tap down in midair to detonate, costing 1 battery. You say so. I've got crazy banana weapons, so I don't really have to play by your rules, as far as I'm concerned. That's kind of how this game works, isn't it? Oh, secret weapons that completely break the game. But hey, it's not like I'm playing against anybody. It's not like I'm cheating. All I'm doing is making it easier for myself. And again, I think we talked about this when I first started talking about how one of the... That might have been in Robot Wants Fishy, though. Where I was talking about how achievements are pretty cool things, all things considered. And they're just all about giving yourself some self-imposed challenges, right? Like, they're not really necessary. They're just like, hey, why not do the thing, right? Sorry, I stopped talking there for a bit. What was I saying? Awards. So yeah, I mean, if I wanted to add a self-imposed challenge, then I wouldn't use this crazy weapon, but I don't care. I'm just trying to show you the game, right? I'm just trying to have some fun. So what do I care about superpowers? I mean, I guess that's not entirely true. Like, you don't want to start the game and just be like, well, I am the most powerful person in the world, yada yada yada, who even cares, right? Like, what just happened? Oh, I must have did the, like, press down in midair thing, maybe? I don't know. Right? I mean, you want that progression. That progression is fun. At least it should be fun, right? That's why it's designed that way. Let's see how far I can get up on the side. Nope, can't at all? Okay, that's fine. Does Flake cost me batteries? Like, I mean, I know it cost me 1 battery, but is it like, if I have all my batteries, it will last longer? Because it will just keep eating through batteries? Or is it like, no, you can only fly 1 battery's worth at any given time? Crap, come on. Yeah, I got it. Beautiful. Are there tooltips? I don't think there are. Oh, wow, there are tooltips. Where's X? Okay, so the one I just caught was the one about getting recharged when I kill enemies, not the recharge over time one. Yeah, oh. I hope that just fades away eventually. Heh, great. Good job, Darcy. Good job. Where is I guess I shouldn't ask that. It's a silly question. Okay, so do you guys think I should play Starshot on this channel? I'm thinking probably not, right? Right? Does anyone know Starshot? Oh, there's nothing. I mean, so far, this channel has just been like, let's play games from my childhood that are awesome. Starshot was cool. I think I more watched it than ever played it. I spent a lot of my childhood watching my brother play games. I was that kind of kid. It's cool, I don't regret it. It was fun. So whenever people talk about, like 3D platformers, I didn't play many of those. Pretty much my entire experience with them was... Huh, that detonate is a weird ability. I'm gonna have to try that out sometime. In actual combat. Man, are there any up there, or am I just wasting my time? Let's actually try and get that outside one. There was an outside thing. Didn't mean that one. Yeah, awesome. There's all these little outside hatches that have all sorts of crap on them. Anyway, whenever people talk about like 3D platformers, like Banjo-Kazooie, or that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head, I didn't play those, right? I played pretty much just PC games, and we had Starshot. Again, probably found it in a bargain bin somewhere, for all I can remember. Okay, don't run into engines; they'll burn you to death. Got it. So these are ice cream trees, right? That's the idea. I'm pretty sure that's the point. And the big bad has been nuking the ice cream trees because he hates ice cream. Wait, no, because he only wants himself to have ice cream? Not entirely sure what the plot there is. Anywho. Point is, I don't know what the point is. I'm sorry, don't know what the point is. Right, so that's always my go-to. Yes, that was the point. My point is that when people have those conversations, I'm like, well, I played Starshot. That's sort of like my reference point. I don't know how many people know about that game. It's a good game, as far as I'm concerned. I like it. Dang it. Let's just keep on dying. Wait, isn't there a... Oh. Okay. So yeah, it looks like it does burn through my batteries. It lets me get some extra length by having more batteries, which is pretty nice. I'm okay with that. Plasma coil. That was a waste. Also, I got my batteries back from dying. Death giving you resources back is always a weird mechanic. It's like, well, that went well, all things considered. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. I can't make it there on one battery, can I? Probably not. I'm gonna risk it on two, though, because I'm an idiot. I don't want to just sit here and wait for my batteries to recharge, but that seems like the simplest way of doing this. Maybe there's a really close, whatchamacallit. Aw, yeah. Going bananas. Alright. I need to see if I can find a Computron. Transmatter Computron. Ah, look at that. It's on the screen. Very convenient. That I can get that's on the ship, because, or at least find like the easiest point of entry, because dying on the ship is just annoying. Let me just start back from the... Yeah, like that. Just like that. Alright, yeah. Streaming well now. Not sure what's different. Probably nothing. Oh crap. How many batteries do I have? 2? Okay. I'm not gonna make that. But I got a Transmatter Computron, so it don't matter. In fact, it is more efficient for me to die. I've double jumped. And there's one right there, apparently. I'm an idiot. Did these guys respawn? I feel like they do. Yeah, that guy. I killed him to get to the other side of him. Yeah, these guys respawn. Interesting. Another reason why pacifism award is super difficult to get in this game. Actually, that shouldn't change anything now that I think about it. Because, you know, you didn't kill them in the first place. It doesn't matter that they respawn. Oh, yeah, good point. Oh, I keep forgetting I have that. It's a good ability, honestly. All things considered. It's quite strong. Oh, man, I didn't even think about the fact that he'd shoot bananas, too. That's awesome. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that move. The Robo Puppy. It's good. It's a good move. That's the one I wanted to get at. Oh well, it's not really worth my time, honestly. All things considered, not really worth my time. Man, I'm actually really looking forward to playing, there's another Flixel game that is just, I don't know, fond memories, let's just say that. So, oh, dang it. So, this game has just been reminding me of it a lot. You know, the whole Metroidvania, like, explore one giant level kind of thing. That wasn't even like Metroidvania in that it's actually more like this game than the other Robot Wants series games. In that, it's just, it's, when people say Metroidvania, what I think they mean at least, maybe I'm wrong, generally speaking, is just addressing the way that, oh, it's Das Boxen again. Now it is Uberboxen. It is just as terrible. That's amazing. In Robots Wants Pictures, there was the boss, Das Boxen, and there was 2 of them. And once you killed one of them, the other one would get mad and try and kill you. But until then, they just kind of were content with waltzing around the level. Kind of like this guy is, except for now that I've beat him up enough, he is shooting lasers at me. Still not that much of a threat, but it's not going to stop me from dying to him. Yeah, what I think people mean when they say Metroidvania is that sort of one level zone, and there's like all the different areas in that one level, but they're all connected, right? There's no like distinction between levels, and it's in that style. But to me, what you need to have to really be Metroidvania is those gated passage and stuff. Which, I mean, there's a bit of it, because if you don't have the right, like, mainly, I think in that game, it was just like, once you get double jump, you can go everywhere, but still, until then, yeah, there's a bit of a gated passage. Not much, but a bit. Ooh, what's down here? Ooh, just power-ups. Well, not just power-ups, there's also people who kill me. I can just hold this button, I don't actually need it. Am I doing this wrong? No, it's got a health bar. Okay, I see it. Okay, cool. Boop. Totally worth it, I guess. For some reason. Is down at the bottom anything? Nah. Okay, cool. It's just like a shortcut, effectively. With these games, what I'm talking about is being the idea that, yeah, you're exploring the world, but it's not really gated. It's just about running around. And again, I love exploration as a mechanic. I think it's great. And I like that sort of, yeah, there's the push the world, see how far you can go, and then break the gated passage, and then, oh, look, there's a wider world to explore now. I like that stuff. That's fine. But I also really just like free exploration. Hey, there's a world. You can't see all of it right now, but it's a big, big world. And this one is just kind of like a, it takes time to see the whole world kind of situation. And then that is the game. The game is just trying to see the whole world, you know. But there's some fun power-up stuff on the way. And it's interesting. This one is probably the least like the rest of the games, but I think it's my favorite now that I'm playing it. Like, this is the style of game I like a lot more, a lot better, where it's just, ah, yep, there's the ice cream. We found it. Okay, cool. I mean, to be fair, I'm also just waltzing through the place by wrecking everything with my superpowered bananas. That sounds wrong. I'll not say that in the future. But you know, the game is definitely built differently. It's definitely built around the idea of like pure exploration instead of gated exploration, I guess. And obviously, yeah, there's still gates, but the gates are so much it's more fluid. It would be what I would say, right? Like the gates are, that cliff's a little too high, or you know what? You yeah, like you need to be able to fly for 5 seconds. Right now, you can only fly for 3. Actually, the flying is a great example, right? Almost all the gates in the game, other than killing a boss, are built around the idea of that is too high for just to jump, right? Now, maybe you can get there from double jump. Maybe you can get there from increasing the length of your flight. Or maybe you can get there by increasing the amount of batteries you have so that your flight is longer, right? So there's actually a lot of different ways of overcoming that kind of challenge, which makes the gates a lot more fluid, and it's a lot more of a, it's just kind of a more of a free feeling exploration. Not a strict, oh, you're doing it wrong kind of exploration. Well, not you're doing it wrong, but I think you see what I mean, right? Like, there's no one true way. And as such, it just seems like a much more organic feel to moving throughout the world. Which is nice. It's a really nice feeling. That is not what I need to do. Oh, I see what I did. I was like, what did my hand try to do, right? Now this is where having the bananas is straight up cheats. Because that's not how a gun normally works. shooting around corners. It's fantastic. Oh, man. So how do I get up there? Ah! Kill the amorphous blob. Got it. Alright, so how do I kill this amorphous blob? Oh, we got some power-ups, so it means I haven't been here before. I do like a game that will tell you where you've been by, like, having things that you would have interacted with if you'd been there before, right? So some games do this thing where, when you interact with a door, it is either open or closed, but before you interact with the door, it is ajar, or something like that. That's a pretty good way of doing it. There's also just, you know, you can see that with, like, drawers and stuff. Like, well, that drawer is open, so I've definitely been here, you know, that kind of thing. It's a pretty clean way of doing that, sort of addressing that concept. I still don't know how to use the detonate ability yet. I haven't really figured that out. Or at least, I mean, I just haven't really put it into use. Oh, Nanoswarm. Quickly, my weapons are bananas. I need to remember that I can hold down the button. It's a lot simpler for me. I take a lot of damage there. By a lot, I mean 1. There's a lot in this game. You only have 3. Okay. Explosives. Ah, dang it. Really? Yeah. Alright. I can't jump that high, can I? Not with a block there. I'll tell you that much. Okay, I can't. Success! What did that give me? Nothing. I think you need to fly outside the outside of a ship. Oh. There we go. Ooh, I wonder if I can, like, pull this to places. That's kind of cool. There's no real reason I'd want to. So, yeah, never mind. Wasting batteries. So I can't get all the way up there, right? Just like on the other side, it had a wall in the way. I think that's what's gonna happen if I try. Yeah, it goes to the top, so you can't do that. Well, that doesn't stop me from getting power-ups. Oh yeah, powering ups. Power up. Alright, so there's a bomb there. Don't really care about that. I like those little bars, right? So I can actually see how full. Like, I've got all the solar batteries. I've got almost all the, I don't know what it's called, mechanical reintegration batteries. Something like that. Oh, yep. Converting Megazoids blasted. Such a far easier achievement than the alternative. Oh, well, I guess if it's a boss. Okay, my dog's not down here yet. Oh, there you are. Dang it! Oh well, he'll teleport to me. I think it's the number of things he actually. Okay, so I think I need to kill these first? No, I just need to wait for his item to show up. Ah, Central Corridor activated. I see. They're the security bots. Security computers. I need to do that before I can get here. I understand now. Very good. And actually, this is a pretty good, I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is. Hinting seems like the wrong word, but it's also, like, entirely accurate. They did some good leading, right? Like, they showed the image of that corridor next to the security drones, right? So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Does the trick. What's your name? Tom Stone? Is that a joke? Like, I don't get if it is. I hope it's a joke. But I don't get it. Maybe it's like Tom Jones? Maybe? I don't see why it would be. It's just an arbitrary reference. Kitty's revenge is what teach you to abandon me, robot. Yeah, that seemed like a really weird way to start the, Ice cream bonus, grab all the ice cream you can! Ah, man, that was terrible. I didn't get much. Robot got ice cream! Boop, 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 boop. But robot has no mouth. Yeah, it was a weird premise, to be honest. There you have it. That's the entire Robot 1 series. Alright. Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah. Great, this has been Darcy Bits. I'm going to jump straight into that Flixel game I kept hinting about, because well, as soon as I can find it, might be a few minutes. See you then. Cool, peace.